Polydesign Systems is the company that I've managed since 2001. We're in the automotive industry. We do interior trim and seating parts, both the design, development, and also the manufacture. We've grown over time. We started with 50 people. We now have just under 2,000. We work with 26 different, we ship to 26 different countries, have 121 customers. And we work with most of the main, what we call OEMs, so your BMW, Group Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, Jaguar, Land Rover, Ford, etc. And so from Morocco, we've been able to ship to basically the world. We also supply Asia, we supply South Africa, we supply South America and North America. So we've used Morocco as our hub. It's our European headquarters, that's how we call it. So I'm also General Manager of Europe, even though I'm physically located in Morocco, because our market is particularly Europe. So when Polydesign made the decision to invest in Tanger Free Zone, it was at a time in 2001 when Morocco was not on the radar for automotive. And in fact, it was a decision that happened due to several different factors. One was the proximity with Europe, which was our primary customer base. The other was the cost structure, and we found that the costs were reasonable in terms of all of the factors of production, electricity, water, and human, of course. One of the key elements that I think kind of tipped the scale was basically the human resources. So when we visited various factories around Morocco, we saw that the people working were smiling. So for us, that means people are happy, or more or less happy. They want to work, which means they want to learn and they want to grow. And for us, that's important. And today we have many examples of people who started off as a sewing operator, now head of department in engineering, another sewing operator that's now in charge of production. So we've been able to provide that upward mobility for our people. So that was really an important part. The next major, I'd say, advantage was basically the Tanger Free Zone setup. So basically it's kind of a one-stop shop. So when we needed authorizations or we needed different documents and what have you, we only had one place to go. And so we didn't have to run around and try to figure out who to go to for which thing. So the red tape was basically almost eliminated. And also, again, the human factor, we actually had people that we could talk to and people that we could ask questions to and that helped us solve our problems. And that's still the case. And so, establishing in Tanger Free Zone back then, it was basically empty fields. If you can imagine, with just a few factories. Now it's full with about 75,000 people working in the zone. And I think what we learned through this experience was that we did make the right choice in choosing Morocco and in choosing the Free Zone. The infrastructure, the lighting, the trash collection, I mean, all of those things that seem so small are actually quite important for a company. And it also gives a certain image to our customers who at the time thought we were crazy for asking them to accept parts from Morocco or from Africa. And so they would come and visit and they would say, oh, okay, it is a world-class zone. It is what we know of as a zone, as a company. And so I think it gave them confidence in order to continue growing with us. So since Polydesign came to Tanger Free Zone back in 2001, we've done 2 factory extensions. So now we basically have filled up our initial land. Our next plan is next year to, I'd say, punch the button to build a new factory for future expansion. We knew this was coming. We thought before COVID we were going to be able to do it, but with all of the disturbances and the volatility, we weren't able to. But those are really our next plans, is that we continue to grow. At the same time, we're also growing our ability to be what we call in our industry a full-service supplier. So we're doing more development work and more design work for our customers and not just production work. So I think that's one of the keys, because it's a higher level of knowledge, of expertise, and I think it showcases well what we're capable of.